Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're really glad you could join us today.
Great to be here.
We're setting out on a journey, diving into a passage that's just so, well, dramatic, isn't it? Genesis 3, verses 1 through 10. It's mysterious and, frankly, a bit heartbreaking, too. This is the one you asked us to look into based on those notes you sent over.
Right.
And it's really fascinating how this ancient text, it feels like it still holds these incredibly powerful insights for us right here, right now.
It absolutely does, yeah. What's so compelling, I think, and you highlighted this, is how it digs into these deep truths about, well, us, human nature, and relationship dynamics, too. So, yeah, we're definitely going to go beyond just, skimming the surface.
Right.
We want to unpack the layers, the meaning, and the consequences that are packed into just these few verses.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain. We've got Adam and Eve, of course, but the first new character we meet, serpent.
Serpent?
Described as more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. And wow, it doesn't waste any time, does it?
Not at all. Straight in.
It immediately starts coasting things.
Yeah.
Asking Eve, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?
Yeah, that word, really, it's such a subtle question. Almost sounds innocent.
Right.
But it's planting that tiny seed, doubt, right from the get-go.
And Eve's response is, well, that's interesting. She says, we may eat fruit from the trees, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.
Right. And that's the crucial bit, the touch it part.
Yeah. Because you look back at chapter 2, the original command, God didn't mention touching it.
Exactly. Just eating. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why add that?
Was she trying to be, extra careful, build a bigger fence around the rule?
Possibly. Or maybe she just genuinely misunderstood or misremembered. We don't know for sure.
But either way,
that slight distortion, even if the intention was good, it gives the serpent an opening. It creates this little bit of wiggle room to exploit.
that's a great point. Even a small deviation can be, well, leveraged. And then the serpent, it just goes straight for the kill, doesn't it?
It really does. No more subtlety.
It just flat out declares, you will not certainly die. And then, this is the key part, I think. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
And that's where the temptation pivots.
Right. It's not just about the fruit anymore, is it?
No, it's much bigger. It's about gaining something divine. Perspective, maybe.
Or like the power to decide for yourself, to be your own judge of what's good and bad.
Exactly. That desire to define your own morality, to have that ultimate autonomy, that's a huge
That's
pull.
a profound shift.
And that desire, that pull towards self-determination leads right to verse 6, the point of, well, no return, really.
Yeah. The turning point. When the woman saw that the fruit was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. It feels almost mundane, just taking a bite.
Seems simple, doesn't it? But the ripples from that one act, they change absolutely everything.
And those consequences hit immediately. Verse 7. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. And boom, shame.
Yeah. The first time, it just crashes onto the scene.
And it's more than just being physically uncovered.
Oh, much more.
Yeah.
Before this moment, being naked was just, well, a state of being. No negativity attached.
Right. Vulnerable, maybe, but innocent.
Exactly. Innocent. No self-consciousness. But now suddenly there's this new awareness. An awareness of their choice. Their step away from innocence.
The vulnerability that feels wrong. Like it needs covering.
Precisely. It demands concealment. And then you get that incredibly poignant moment in verse 8. They hear the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
Like he usually did, presumably.
Right. But this time, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees, the very presence they used to enjoy.
Now inspires fear.
Fear and hiding. The relationship is broken.
So when God calls out, where are you? It feels like more than just asking for their location then.
Absolutely. It's not about GPS coordinates, is it?
Oh, no.
It's a question about presence, about the relationship. Where are you in relation to me now?
And Adam's reply says it all. I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.
That fear and shame, they've just completely taken over where trust and intimacy used to be.
It really drives home that this isn't just about breaking a rule, is it?
No, I mean, the rule was broken, yes. But the core of the story here, the real tragedy, is the fractured relationship. That fundamental trust between God and humanity, it's shattered. And the effects just ripple outwards, touching everything from then on.
That's a really powerful way to see it, focusing on the broken relationship. But, some might emphasize the justice angle more. They broke a clear command. There had to be consequences. How do those two ideas, justice and relationship, fit together here?
That's a really fair question, and I don't think they're mutually exclusive at all.
Okay.
The act was a transgression, a direct disobedience. So yes, justice is absolutely involved. There are consequences that follow.
Right.
But the immediate results we see described, the shame, the fear, the hiding, those are fundamentally relational breakdowns.
Okay.
Think about it like when a child disobeys a parent, there might be a punishment. Sure, that's the justice part. But often the deeper hurt for both parent and child is in the damaged trust, right? The feeling of distance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This passage, I think, shows us both. The broken command and the broken connection that immediately flows from it.
And that feels so relatable. Even now, we might not hide behind literal trees anymore.
Probably not.
But this idea of hiding, it resonates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think our modern fig leaves look like?
Oh, that's a great way to frame it. Our fig leaves. Oh, gosh, sometimes I think it's just relentless busyness,
Keep moving so you don't have to think or feel.
Exactly. Or the carefully crafted images we put out on social media showing only the good stuff.
Yeah, the highlight reel.
Or even just that automatic, I'm fine, when someone asks how you really are, even if you're falling apart inside.
Right. It's almost funny, isn't it, how sophisticated our hiding methods have become compared to grabbing a few leaves.
It really is. We've definitely evolved our concealment strategies.
Which makes that question from God, where are you, feel even more, piercing. Even across all this time.
Absolutely. It cuts through the excuses.
And what's really striking, though, is that even after this huge failure, this hiding, God doesn't just, write them off, does he?
Not at all. That's crucial. He comes looking for them.
Yeah.
And that reveals something so important about the dynamic here. Yes, there's judgment, actions have consequences, but there's also this undeniable grace, this persistent pursuit.
He seeks them out.
He seeks them out. Even when they're hiding in shame, it's not an immediate, you're cut off. It's, where are you? Let's deal with this.
And, thinking about the other side of it, that serpent strategy. Wow, does that feel enduring too?
Absolutely.
That whole tactic-twisting truth, just slightly, sowing that little seed of doubt, making us question if something good is really good, or if God is really holding out on us.
Still playbook number one, isn't it?
It really feels like it sometimes. It's a good reminder for us, listening now, to just be aware of those kinds of voices or thoughts in our own lives, the ones trying to nudge us off course. So as we kind of wrap up this first look into Genesis 3.120, wow, we've seen how this one act seemed simple on the surface, but it just unleashes shame, fear, and fractures that original relationship. And it connects so deeply, doesn't it, to our own experiences, that feeling of wanting to hide or struggling with trust.
It really does. And for you listening, maybe just sit with that question God asks. Where are you?
Yeah.
It was for Adam and Eve then, sure, but it echoes down through time, doesn't it? It feels like this timeless invitation to just be honest, to be present. So maybe ask yourself, where are you right now? Where might you be tempted, maybe subtly, to doubt goodness or to try and control yourself instead of, trusting wisdom?
And maybe I can add just one more thought for you to chew on. Think about how persistent that serpent strategy still feels today.
Yeah.
The twisting of truth, the sowing of doubt, that little voice questioning what's truly good. But alongside that, remember the hope in this story too.
Definitely.
And even when we stumble, even when we hide, God comes looking. That shows us right there that there's both judgment, consequences for our actions, but also this incredible pursuing grace.
Pursuit. That's a great word for it.
So here's the final thought for you. What might your own modern day fig leaves be? Yeah, the excuses, the frantic busyness, maybe the pretending everything's okay. And what would it actually mean for you today to step out from behind them, to step into the light, especially when you hear that pursuing question, where are you?